I just got out of the shower, so ignore the way the hair looks. So, Spotify Wrapped, finally out. We had entire empires rise and fall during distracting season. But we all finally got our top 5 of varying quality. I'm proud of mine. I think mine's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I like my music taste, what can I say? I'm kind of just making this video so I can feel some sense of accomplishment and so I can put something out before the year ends. Hopefully. But also to like talk about my music taste, talk about how other people enjoy their music, and how we as like consumers view our own consumption of music through Spotify Wrapped, if that makes any sense. It will later, just trust me. And also I want to critique Wrapped a little bit. I think Wrapped is great, I'm just like a lot of y'all, but like, I don't think it's perfect by any means. And I think there's a lot of ways they can go about presenting our data and presenting everything just overall in a better, more easy way to understand. If you listen to Apple Music or iTunes or YouTube Music, that's fine too. This video is for you. I mean, I'm specifically talking about rap, but like the same stuff at the end, that kind of applies to you. But also if you want a video about rap that actually makes sense, this one exists. Joshua Bushman, I'm being dead serious. Best video essays on the platform if you would actually upload more. Okay, sorry for the long intro. Let's just get this over with. I had almost 30,000 minutes, which added up to 20 days. 401 genres. My top 5 were pop, rap, indie pop, Motown, jazz, and R&B. I'm not complaining about it. It's good. It's good. I think the whole like genre, you listen to like this many genres, I feel like that's a bit arbitrary. For so many songs, they fit into like 3 different genres. Like you listen to Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. Okay, you're listening to rap, but you're also listening to rap music that has like funk and like a little bit of R&B and like jazz inspirations all like mixed together. Like one song has like so many different options for what genre it can fit into. So I think just judging how many genres you listen to, like it's cool to like show how wide your music taste was, especially 401. That's actually really good. But I feel like there's a better way to show it, maybe. I don't know how exactly you would do that, but I feel like there's a better way too. My age, okay, the age thing, get rid of that next year. That does not make any freaking sense. Mine said 88. No 88-year-old is gonna have this in their top 5. Maybe Stevie Wonder, but that's it. I feel like it's maybe, I feel like it's more saying like, oh, this is how old your music taste went. Like I had stuff that was 2025, but I had a lot of stuff that was like old 50s jazz music. I had a lot of Chet Baker, Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, like all those old jazz singers that were like really influential to like modern jazz and all that type of stuff. Like the classics I really listened to. My friend got 67 as his age. It also said I listened to almost 3,400 songs, my top 5. I'm proud of my top 5. I think they're all pretty of a variety. I think they're all pretty good. There's some of my favorites from this year that I found. One of which is from one of my favorite albums that did come out this year. Speed, I did not think was gonna make it. I listened to it on repeat from like January to like early April. I listened to it way too much. Oh my God. Then my top 5 albums, these 5. I'm gonna be talking about these artists a whole lot later. And then my top 5 artists, Tyler, Rimera. I'm gonna talk about him plenty, don't worry. Kendrick Lamar, Daniel Caesar, and Stevie Wonder. Hey, a win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care how many people will have Daniel and Kendrick and Tyler in their top 5. I don't care. They're good artists. Like, okay, I get when some artists have oversaturation in the media. But the thing is, with those 3, like, they're actually good artists that have a lot of re-listenability to their music. That's not a word. Rewatchability. A movie has rewatchability. Is re-listenability? What just happened, bro? The thing is with like good artists, they're good artists. You want to listen to them a lot. I listened through Chromacopia and The Pimp a Butterfly and Igor and Call Me If You Get Lost and Mr. Morale so many times this year. Also, I was in the top 1% of Tyler, the Creator. I'm just saying. And then least and last, the club thing. Cut it. We don't need it next year. This is stupid. Every year, they end with something that's just like so random. Oh, you fit into like this niche or like this club? Bro, this is so stupid. stupid. You realize like everyone is gonna fit into that club just a little bit. I got the freaking Cloud State Society. It's like often building a large collection of music. Yeah, I'm sorry I like the music I like. Like, okay, I had a playlist this year. I swear I added like 300 songs to it. And I found like so many albums that I fell in love with this year. Bro, oh. This year I expanded my music taste so much and I'm so proud of it. My chair's really squeaky, I'm sorry about that. I'm just grabbing the Legos that are on my desk. Overall, I'm proud of my rap this year. I don't think it's bad by any means, but I think there's a lot of stuff that they can do with rap and how it's presented that could really make it look better. To put it blunt, make it look like it did back in 2023. What are we doing? I really like the race. I think that's really cool. But like, I remember back in 2023, they did a thing where it showed where all of your top 5 artists peak throughout the year. So close yet so far away. Show us what artists peaked in each month. I mean, Tyler was my top throughout the whole year, but like other people, not me, other people like listen to different artists throughout the year and things peak at different areas. And it's like, it's cool to see like where some artists like grow and shift and change and all this stuff. Like a random artist that you might listen to for a month and then forget about after and be like, oh yeah, I listened to them. And then it encourages you to go back and listen to that artist and be like, wait, he was really cool. Like I listened to The Divine Feminine for the first time back in like February. Changed my life. And I have not listened to any Mac Miller since, I'm not gonna lie. I listened like a little bit. I didn't listen to Balloonerism this year. That's on me. That's on me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Erasing is cool, but I like what they did back in 2023. I'm not even trying to meet right 2023. My rap then was, ooh, it's not good. I like the layouts for the album. I think having the 5 put together is kind of cool. But give us a top 10. Same thing goes for the artists. I think the layout, it's the same layout they use every year. Fine, cool. But give us a top 10 at least. I get like top 5 songs because like you still have the playlist of the top 100, but like top 10 artists is a whole lot cooler. Let's be real. One really sweet thing they do every year, the artist message. I just think that's really sweet. I like seeing Party of Two and Somber and Madeline May. I like my music taste. What can I say, bro? That was so stupid. I'm so sorry. The backdrop sucked. Okay, last year was so bland. Like it was dry last year. The well was ran out. Like 2023 actually had some pizzazz put into the presentation. I like the way things looked then. And like this year, some of it just, it felt too empty. It was a white screen, a zigzag line, and then like one little rectangle of like lines moving. What are we doing, bro? I'm not a graphic designer, but it felt so just empty and lackluster, especially when you like, even compared to last year. Last year, I have my issues with it, but like, at least it had like a theme to it. This year's was just so bland, and like, we spent all year waiting for this, and you're gonna make it look like that? Like that? Be real. Be serious for 2 seconds, man. One thing I really do like about last year's though was how it had like a kind of vinyl texture to everything. I thought that was kind of cool, but other than that, nah. 2023 peak. If you combine like 2023's aesthetic with like some of the vinyl stuff that 2024 had going on, I think it could honestly be like a really good layout and like presentation for everything. Also, okay, 59 albums, that is absolute bullcrap. I know it's probably saying like how many albums you listen through in their entirety, because not that many people listen to like whole albums, unless like Taylor Swift fans, or I don't know. I feel like you need to listen to a whole album when it drops, and like Spotify should encourage people to listen to whole albums. Okay, imagine you have like Don't Tap That Glass, Sugar on My Tongue, all from Don't Tap the Glass in your top 100 songs, and you don't realize that they're from the same album or from the same artist, and then Spotify's like, hey, so this was one of your favorite albums this year that you didn't have like saved, maybe you want to give it a listen to. And like, I don't know, they should just encourage listening to the entirety of an album. Don't just listen to the hits, please. Actually like look into every single song from the album. Encourage people to listen to more albums, that's all I'm saying. Also, 59 albums, I know I listened to more of that. Stop the cap. Bring back the locations. That from 2023, that was cool. But show more than just one. Let's be real. Like, most people are gonna get, like, West Coast. Like, Be honest. Like, show like 3 at least. That'd be cool. But like, the locations was a cool thing. They should bring that back.
Oh my god, I didn't realize how bad it was till I was editing. But like, I had my Chromebook underneath me the entire time with like my notes outlined. So that's why I'm like constantly looking down. Ignore that. It'll get better with later videos. I'm gonna show my face more, just trust.
I feel like they should do something that ties like the music taste you already have into like possible music you might like in the future. They have plenty of like playlist options, or like, oh, we think you'll like this based on listening to this other artist, or here's an album from this artist that you love that like you haven't listened to any of. And I think that's a good idea, but I think they should definitely encourage more indie artists and underground artists, and like push for those people to get more out there. Don't just push for the people that already have millions of monthly followers and billions of streams. Like, help more people have widespread appreciation of music. I'm a very anti big corporate person. I saw what happened with Antpo and the Billboard charts. I feel like we should encourage more underground, small, not signed to some big corporate label people to like have success, not just like the industry plants or nepo babies. And it's not to say that like everyone who is successful is a nepo baby or something. I mean, Tyler started with Odd Future and look at him now.
Yeah, okay, I did not explain this well enough. There are people who will take risk in the industry and it will pay off, like Tyler with Odd Future. But there are so many people right now who are either working underground or in more independent music that aren't signed to a big label, that are trying to be up and bringing like Tyler was with Odd Future. I've already talked about it. Rimera, honestly, my favorite artist that I discovered this year. His albums are absolutely incredible, and he's a fusion of Tyler, Kendrick, Pharrell, and Kanye with like British hip-hop twink white boy style to him. He's not signed to a big label. He's one of my favorite artists working right now, and he has like, I think, 50,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. If you like any of those artists that I said, please give him a listen to. But there are so many others just like him that aren't getting attention. Detage, Garrett Sparrow, Moonwalker, Madeline May. There are so many small artists that you've probably never heard of that deserve respect, but they really don't have it just because they don't have that big of a fandom. But this video, I'm really only wanting to make this video to encourage you all to expand your music taste. So here are some of my favorite recommendations from the year.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
When I said this, I already knew it was going to throw off the pacing of this video like crazy. But after like going down the whole list, I was like, no, we're not doing this crap. So I'm just going to put the whole list here. I was going to go like, oh, if you like Sabrina Carpenter and these pop girlies, you'll like, I don't know, them. But like, that's just going to take way too long. So here's a full list. Listen to these songs, listen to these artists, listen to these albums. I guarantee you will find something that speaks to you. And support small artists. Honestly, comment below some of your favorite indie or lesser known artists. And don't say some crap like, my favorite lesser known indie artist is like Phoebe Bridgers. Bro, get out of here.
I think looking at our music is very cool. I think rap is a very cool idea. But I think we definitely need better ways to support music as an art form. Rap is awesome. It does a lot of good, like showing other people's music taste. And maybe like your friends can look at your music taste if you have like top 5 artists that are more underground or unknown, or vice versa, you with theirs, and be like, oh, hey, that guy's pretty cool. I want to listen to his stuff. And then you find a new favorite artists that you may not have even known about before. There are so many that you would absolutely love if you just spread out your taste in music and didn't just listen to like the same 10 artists. You can enjoy mainstream music. I'm not trying to say anything against that, but look at more than just the hits. That is all I'm trying to say. And I think we as consumers don't view music as an art form. We view it as a recreational activity. Like, okay, Letterboxd does their own Wrapped at the end of the year. I think Letterboxd is awesome. I love the way you can like kind of journal all your favorite films and make lists. And I guess you can kind of do the same thing with Spotify, like all the different playlists and like your top songs. But like your top songs could be songs that like came at different eras during the year, and like you maybe not even listen to them anymore, and you kind of like are annoyed by that song. Or maybe something happened with like a relationship this year and you listen to that song on repeat, or you got in a weird like emotional moment. I'm not talking about myself. I want to make that clear. I'm single all year. And then you add on the disrespect that musicians and artists in that field face every single day. The slander that comes with putting yourself in such a big spotlight, the corporate organizations that are trying to take everything from you and sanitize you, the ones that will actively use the money they're getting from making your art to help fund genocide. And then on top of that, you have to worry about your passion being taken away from you because of AI generated material. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard took off their entire discography. You know what's on Spotify now? King Lizard Wizard, an AI generated copycat band. Oh, we're so cooked. I don't really know how to end this video, to be honest. I feel like I got way too into it, but like, I don't know. Enjoy the music that you enjoy listening to. Enjoy Spotify Wrapped. Enjoy all this different stuff, but do not disrespect the art form that is music. I don't really know how to like word this right, but like, music is an art. It has always been an art. You look at classical composers, you look at religious hymns and songs, and you look at Christmas music that has stood the test of time, or just any music that has stood the test of time. Music has and always will be part of life. Life would be so boring without music. So looking at Spotify Wrapped, looking at underground music or mainstream music or older music that makes your age 88 or newer music like Rimera and all these other different people I've listed throughout the video, all of it helps support music as an art form. And I think that's what Wrapped is supposed to encapsulate, but I think we kind of lose the idea of it in the process of everything. All in all, Wrapped this year, not terrible by any means, and I really loved my music. I really loved what music was for me this year, and I want next year to grow more in my taste in music, and I want to encourage you all to as well. No matter what platform you use, no matter what genres you like, no matter what mainstream or indie artist, all music taste is valid as long as you are supporting art. Unless you listen to David. Yeah, this year was not a good one for you.
Tell me how you